For this type of series question where you are already given that the sum of this sequence is, this is the outcome, okay? So this is the outcome and you are supposed to solve part 1 and part 2, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 steps. Number 1, always make the question to look like the given, okay? Number 2, settle the top number. Then number 3, settle the bottom number, okay? So just remember these steps first when you are going to solve questions like this. So given this, now you are supposed to solve this. So we look at this. Your original is r plus 1, r plus 2. Now you are r plus 1, r plus 2, r plus 3. So to make the question goes back to the given part, we need to minus 1 step, right? So the first step is identify, you are going to let r equals to what? I'm going to let r equals to r minus 1. Because when this guy is r minus 1 plus 1 will give you back to r. R minus 1 plus 2 will give you back to r plus 1. First part, make the equation look like the given by determining what is your r going to be. Okay? So now we can say that this sequence over here, I'm just going to write the summation. 1 over r plus 1, r plus 2, and r plus 3 is going to look like the summation of 1 over r, r plus 1, r plus 2. Okay? So that's the first step. Determine your r by making the question to be part of the given. Okay? Number 2, settle the top number. So I already let r equals to r minus 1. So now I'm going to say that r minus 1 is equals to n. Because this is the last term when you are starting with r. Okay, so r minus 1 equals to n, r equals to n plus 1. This guy now is my top number. So from n, the n will now become n plus 1. Look here, this n will now become n plus 1. Same thing, we settle the bottom number. I'm just going to let you do number 3 is r is equals to 0 originally, right? I have already established that r is now going to be r minus 1. So I'm going to say that r minus 1 is equals to 0, r equals to 1. Okay, so originally it's r equals to 0, now it will become r equals to 1. I have converted my origin equation to the one that is given with the sequence that looks exactly like the one that is given. So I have to use what is given to find my answer. This is the sum from 1 to n plus 1. Question gives you the sum of 1 to n is equals to this guy. So the sum of n 1 to n plus 1, I just replace the original, all these n's with n plus 1 and you are going to get the result that you want. 2n plus 2 and n plus 3 because this n will now become n plus 1, n plus 1 plus 1, n plus 2. This guy will now become n plus 1, n plus 1 plus 2, n plus 3. And this is how you solve a question when you need to replace r. Okay? So for part 2, where it's a bit more tricky, r equals to 2 and 1 over. Now you realize that here, they are not in the increasing order, but your original sequence is all in the increasing order. So if I replace it in the increasing order, it will be r minus 1, r, and r plus 1. Okay? My original sequence over here is r, r plus 1, r plus 2. So what do you think I should let r be? So remember your first step. I must make the question look like the given. I know that r must be equals to r plus 1 because from here I want to go to this, I need to add 1 step. So I already established the fact. The top number, r plus 1 equals to n. R equals to n minus 1. Okay? The bottom number, r plus 1 equals to 2. R equals to 1. Okay, so this is the top number. This is the bottom number. So now I have already settled these 3. I can say that my question in terms of the original given is bottom number, r equals to 1. Top number, n minus 1. 1 over r, r plus 1, or r plus 2. Okay? Students fail to understand what is the meaning of this. This is called the sum of u1 to un minus 1. Okay? But the original part of the question, if you look back at the question, they always give you 1 to n, right or not? Okay, so how do I get the answer? You must understand that if I want the sum of 1 to n minus 1, okay, it is the sum of the first n terms, 1 to n, u1 to un, minus of the nth term, un. Okay, so I'm just going to write all the equation over here, or rather the sequence over here, r plus 2. This you are already given, which is in the first part, 1 over 4. Let's just look back, top left hand corner, minus 1 over 2, n plus 1, n plus 2. Okay, so this is the summation of 1 to n. But I only want the summation of 1 to n minus 1. So I need to minus off un, which is called the nth term. So remember, a series is a addition of the sequences. So where is the sequences? This guy is my sequences. Is my u just r in terms of r. So what is un? Minus of 1 over n, n plus 1, n plus 2. Okay, and you can actually leave this as the answer, or if the question asks you to prove it in a certain way, then you have to combine these two algebraic fractions into one fraction and you will get your final answer. But the most important thing is when you want to replace r, number 1, always make the question looks like the given. Number 2, settle your top number. You must change your top number. And number 3, you must change your bottom number. And this is how you do a sequence series question involving replacing